Oh boy, we're back.
Hey, Dwayne.
Dwayne, the Don Fan Johnson. The Don Fan John Fan.
Oh
no. I'm Rick.
And I'm Peter.
This is Pokemon Brilliant Diamond.
Post-game.
Post-game. We're here in the survival area or near it. I don't think Route 225. That's sturdy, really.
It's a sturdy Don fan. It endured the hit for fun, and now
Scary
you can't
face.
leave.
Oh no, I can't leave now. Ooh. Oh no.
That's like a cruel setup.
Sturdy and scary face, yeah. Except I'm too fast and strong for it to be an issue, so...
Right. But that's like a way to trap you into losing your whole team if you're not ready for the area that you're in.
Yes, Scary Face is a bastard. You really can get fucked over by Scary Face.
Especially if you're like,
one.
this would be so much easier if I could just switch.
Yeah. And especially in any situation where you've set the Pokemon switching mechanic from switch to set, or switch to set, where you don't have the ability to change them out in between. So your first move is essentially, okay, I absolutely have to switch out now or they might get stuck.
Yes.
Something missing in the way of battle. I've come here to find it. It's tall grass. I don't have any tall grass Pokemon. Rodolfo.
What?
Okay. Lickitung.
They're digging into the name bank very deep.
I'm gonna make a you know what, I was gonna say controversial. I don't think it's controversial. I like a lot of Gen 1 Pokemon. Gen 1 Pokemon are boring as fuck to fight. I feel like half the reason that they keep getting new forms and new abilities and all those things are because they were not balanced well in the old days. They've had to be forcibly rewritten a couple times to make them like viable.
Yep. In
like a post, Gen 3, 4, 5 world. And every time I see a Gen 1 Pokemon in battle, I'm like, whatever. Even though like they work nowadays, but like a Lickitung is like, all right, man. And I know part of this right now is just the levels, but also, I don't know, there's only a handful of Gen 1 Pokemon that actually make me go like, oh shit.
Right.
You got your starters, your Mew and Mewtwo. I would maybe on Dragonite. Kadabra and or the Abra line and the Machop line are both pretty decent.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, how many of them make tier lists in modern discussions?
That is a very good question. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're just going to stick with this for right now.
I mean, George Dude is pretty great.
Yeah.
He's a solid player. There's nothing really surprising happening, though.
Yeah, I think the main reason for George Dude being so good is the sturdy and, like, building him around that.
Yep. Building up somebody around a clinching ability like that is definitely, it's good play. It's good, good solid play to build up a Pokemon around that. And in a situation like a Nuzlocke, you're sort of at the whims of which abilities you were handed.
Yes. Yeah, you don't get a lot of choice in the matter there. The most choice you have is which Pokemon you want to use of the ones you're allowed to catch and operate.
Yeah. In PvP play, you're much more likely to have somebody who's gone through several generations of egg production where they, had a Ditto make 50 choice options.
Oh, yeah.
So that they could find the 5 in that pool of 50 that had the rare ability and see which one of them has the best nature and egg move and build them up from there.
Yeah, you just kind of go like, all right, here's my 100 attempts, here's my 50 attempts, whatever. Now I get to get the pick of the litter for the specific thing that I want.
Yeah.
Which I think it's one of the reasons why, like, generally speaking, breeding is not allowed in Nuzlocke anyway.
Right.
But, like, we can always set whatever rules we like, but that's one of the few that I'm like, absolutely not. It just breaks the meta of a padlock completely in half at that point if we're allowed to breed and replace and do all of that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it would be interesting if you were, like, doing a lot of restrictive rules on how you could do breeding.
Yeah.
Or requiring breeding. right, where every 2 Pokemon that you catch, you have to breed them. And then use the Pokemon that is in the egg.
Yeah.
As your Pokemon.
It's like, okay, this will replace whatever.
A funnel. Like, instead of, like, you catch breeding stock and you can only use egg Pokemon would be an interesting way to play through the game. But you'd have to also set some restrictions. Yeah. Otherwise, you can just make a bunch of eggs until you figure out which one is giving you the best result. You definitely couldn't do, like, Ditto breeding, because then you can set so many of the...
Yeah, you can plan that ahead of time. But honestly, yeah, I would be interested in seeing a format where breeding is allowed, but the idea is you are sacking both Pokemon involved. It is a 2-for-1 switch, and you're like, okay, I've got this Rattata and a Grimer, and I don't want either of those. I don't think are compatible anyway. But it's like, all right, here's 2 Pokemon I'm not going to use otherwise.
Right.
Let's hope I can get, a Grimer that is better for XYZ reason, or can get the moves over there to replace both of these guys.
Yeah,
because it is a losing formula in terms of like stock. You're sacrificing one Pokemon entirely.
Yep.
And re-rolling the other essentially.
Right. Yeah. So you have somebody with dog shit IVs. You're hoping that they win out in the coin toss of the breed.
Oh, it's hoping for a crit. Oh boy, here we go.
Because in all situations but Ditto, it's a coin toss.
Yes. Well, in terms of
which Pokemon you're going to end up with.
I thought that the gender mattered for that. I might be wrong though, because I thought it was that like
you usually get the mom or whatever.
I think the female Pokemon is the species, and the moves and egg moves they try to replace from the male Pokemon. I might be mistaken on this. I thought that was how it worked, but I'm not sure. We've done so many Nuzlocks and breeding has been outlawed in all of them for so long that it hasn't really come up for me in a long time. My team's been trained through and through. You'll shake when you see how tough they are. Go, Shaketree!
Okay, so you can manipulate breeding with some of the items to force which IV is for sure getting inherited.
Okay.
With power bands.
Oh, yeah, okay.
With Destiny Knot.
Mm-hmm.
Everstone will pass down the nature of the parent holding it in a breeding situation.
Okay.
And ensures a regional form of the offspring if you're breeding from a non-Paldean form Pokemon.
With an Everstone?
This is apparently specifically Scarlet Violet breeding.
Interesting. I don't know. I don't remember if the game actually mentioned that. It may have, and I just have forgotten, but...
Mirror Herb will ensure certain egg moves get learned. That's at a picnic breeding session.
Okay.
I guess things get a little wild in Scarlet and Violet.
I guess so. They're playing a little fast and loose.
They have a key party.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. I mean, you do just kind of like check the basket now and then to see if any of your 6 Pokemon have opted to breed together. And you know what, though? I do appreciate it is a... On the one hand, it's a little tricky because you don't necessarily know what you're getting in the egg, but you have 15 potential pairs as opposed to just 1.
Right.
So, honestly, just doing that for a little while too, it's like, oh, you got 7 eggs, and it's like, sweet. I'm just gonna take whatever and go with it. Okay. I feel like we have to be getting vaguely close to. Was that something I should have been surfing on? Oh, it doesn't look like it. Okay, that's fine. There's a person there. There's maybe an item up there. Okay. Hey, Machoke.
It would be interesting. I gotta find a different resource for figuring out more about the functionality of how breeding works.
Yeah.
Because everything that anybody ever writes about breeding is about how to optimize breeding, so they skip right away to the get a Ditto part.
Here's how you get your shinies by breeding. Nothing else matters.
Right. Get yourself a Ditto with perfect IVs through the process of breeding a million Dittos. Or trading for Dittos.
Well, you can't breed Dittos. Dittos cannot breed together.
Oh, you don't make more Dittos with Ditto?
Nope. Only way to get a perfect Ditto is to find one, or
Right.
use one of those like super training situations.
Right. Well, that's definitely also an option. Of course, the best situation if you are trying to shiny farm with your hatching is to have a trade from an international partner.
Yes, that's the Masuda method, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the best option is to get, like, for instance, Japanese Ditto
Holy shit game.
on your American console.
Oh no, it's Buttface. Sorry, Buttsack.
Buttsack. And keep breeding with your Japanese Ditto. I did that in Sword and Shield
Jeez.
a bit. I had gotten on like Wonder Trades a Ditto from
nice.
Japan.
Okay. It's a pretty good grab.
Yeah.
Because basically just lets you re-roll for shinies as much as you like, with pretty okay odds.
Yep. I did not
Better
produce a shiny in the amount of time that I spent on it.
Okay.
But I was having fun seeing what sort of results come out of breeding my Rapidash to make a bunch of
Oh yeah.
Rainbow Bright Ponytas.
Oh nice.
Because they have a rare ability.
Oh yeah, they have shit. It's the one that makes eggs hatch faster.
Do they have one of those?
I believe Ponyta is one of the few that has that ability. Cannot remember the name of it.
So there are
I was gonna say Flashfire. That's not right.
Flashfire is one of its abilities, and Runaway is its other.
Is it the hidden ability then? That's Oh, is there not an item here? Oh, you pricks! Suckered me in.
Raises the power of the bearer's fire-type moves by 50%.
That's Flashfire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's if you get hit by a fire-type move.
Oh, it like
It doesn't
beefs
deal
up
damage,
yours.
it instead powers you up.
Oh, yes.
Which is better to have on an off-type Pokemon. Like, which one of that I run into all the time is so dirty? It's like Quagsire with dry skin? Or something like that. There's a Pokemon
That sounds about right.
where it's normally would be pretty effective to use water type moves on it because it's ground,
Yes.
but it has the like water absorbing ability.
I think Quagsire can do that one. There's also oh god. Yeah, what the hell was the other one? Oh my god. I'm blanking on it. I think I'm just gonna go with Avalanche on this one. Yeah, Quagsire I think we actually encountered in the Elite Four runs in this game that had that ability.
Yep.
I forget if it was me or John that ran into that, but I'm pretty sure that was that one happening. Oh, Sunny Day. I think that fucks with Avalanche a little bit. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know.
Runaway is a nice ability to have for just not needing to worry about.
Your Runaway keeps you from being trapped, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a 100% chance to escape battle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, which is actually even better than just not being trappable, since that just guarantees getting out of those.
Yeah, because you can just leave any wild battle if you have a Runaway Ponyta at the lead of your team.
Yes.
Ooh, berries.
What is the hidden ability for Ponyta? I can't remember the name of the ability at this point that I'm thinking of. Because it's basically the ability is basically the perfect one for eggs, because it like doubles the rate at which they hatch.
Oh yes, it does. Its hidden ability is Flame Body.
That's a Flame Body. Yes, that's the
Flame
one.
Body, and there's also two others that do the same thing, like Steam Engine or something like that. But they're basically they have the same basic description, but they're probably like
Whoa,
specific
hi there.
to a Dragon
Sneaky
Tamer.
little bitch. Potential Dragon Pokemon puts them at the top of my list. Oh, you're gonna be very sad about my Avalanche then.
The Galarian Ponyta.
Dragon Tamer Geoffrey. Oh my god.
Oh, it's Geoffrey.
It's correctly spelled this time. I think we actually fought a Dragon Tamer Geoffrey with a J at one point too.
I believe so.
Oh, we're fighting a little guy. Oh, this is... I'm going to feel kind of bad about this. Especially because I got Dragon Pulse also. I forgot I also have Dragon Pulse. Oh, buddy. I don't even need to Avalanche you guys. right. I love Dratini. I tolerate Dragonair, and Dragonite is like functionally a completely different Pokemon in my brain.
It is, yeah. Definitely seems that way. Oh, so the Galarian Ponyta has Runaway or Pastel Veil. And its hidden ability is Anticipation.
Okay, wait, what is it? Anticipation
tells you when they're going to have a super effective move.
Yeah, which is like, it's fine, I guess.
I mean, it's great to get a warning if it's an off-type attack that you're not expecting.
If it's an unexpected thing, if it's like, oh, I'm throwing out this, fairy Pokemon against a poison Pokemon, got a pretty good idea they got a super effective move.
Right. Well, Pastel Veil comes in effective there because that prevents poison.
Ah, nice. Okay.
The ability. The affliction.
The status condition.
The status condition, yeah. And heals the poison status condition of allies if you swap it in a Pokemon with Pastel Veil. So, like, it fixes your whole team
area
of that problem. But that one is the, I believe, rarer ability to come up on the Galarian. So it was mostly Runaway with the occasional Pastel Veil.
Okay.
As the ability. Runaway is listed as the first ability.
I forget if there's a preference between two abilities when they're listed or if it is fully random. Because it used to just be one. There was only one ability, and then they added secondary ones. But
I think... Well, it definitely seems like Runaway was more frequent because out of all of the Ponyta that I hatched, it was like a 5-to-1.
Okay. All right, so maybe there might be some odds associated with those.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was 80-20 and that my sample size of Ponyta was small enough to have it at 5-to-1, which is not quite 80-20.
Yeah, I guess it'd be 83-17 essentially. Oh, hi.
It's the cameraman.
You're in my way. Oh, no, you're not. What's up? But cameraman, obviously. You ever seen a TV program called The Search for the Red Gyarados, the mysterious appearance of the furious Pokemon in a lake? I believe that's the TV program we watch at the very beginning of the game.
Yep.
Which is itself documenting the events happening simultaneously in Johto in whatever edition of Gold and Silver you happen to be playing.
Right.
Gen 2 and 4 are concurrent with one another.
Cute.
Yeah, I filmed that. Sick. You filmed the intro of every one of our videos in this series. That's pretty cool.
Thanks for that, man.
Yeah.
What was your name? Just Cameraman?
Yeah, a cameraman. It's Cameron. We found Cameron.
We found him, guys.
Well, when we come back next time, we'll meet all of Cameron's friends here in the village of Cameramen. Bye.
Bye.